Hey, hold up. Turn the volume up, cause y'all should G on the track. When my AB sick as hell, think she tryna double back, but I ain't touching shit. There's something lame done had. Everything that we touch turn to flames, we some gas. And now you bout to make me mad. Why the fuck you try to pass me that shit? I almost gagged, fucking up my breath. You do that shit again, I'll beat your ass. I ain't thinking about them hoes I hit, I left that in my past. Hey,
Bitches Big G, man, I'm all up in my bag, you can't see me. Finish shit, talk this beat, do you hear me? You a lame ass nigga tryna be me. 20 deep in this camp, you wanna try me? How the fuck you living free and you smoke weed? Bitch, I ain't tripping about you, I'ma do me. You asking why my diamonds shining cause they VV. No, I am not a rapper, but I could be. I just met the bitch, she tryna clip my wee-wee. Paying for my food lane, call a bro and get it free. Man, I'm finna spit some shit, listen to me when I speak. Don't stand too close to me, I make you drown. These diamonds dancing off my neck gon' make me fucking drown. How the fuck these niggas hating and I'm making paper now? That garment fresh as hell, I might gon' have to spend this paper now.
man, I got a Glock, but I'd rather sock your ass. My man's a drug addict, wake up and smoke a pound of crack. Damn, upon a gas. And shorty try to dub me, now I was getting on my sauce from dad. But now she double back, stalking all up on my IG spam. Just is tryna scrap cause all her friends is really tryna smash. But I can't be too mad cause these diamonds on my teeth got me shining like some glass. Hey,
Bitch, I'm back in. Finish shit, talk some more. Bring the track in. Me and Yash up at doors, we like come in. You tryna get your rank up, be a soldier then. Man, we bring your troops and you bring it dope in. We the hood superheroes, we bring it hope in. I can't fuck with no bitch without motion. Yeah, ayy, yeah. Man, we bring your troops and you bring it dope in. We the hood superheroes, we bring it hope in. I can't fuck with no bitch without motion. Yeah.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
All right, shalom, yabashim, y'all. Shabrak, thought to the Akim. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Thumbashim, y'all. Shout out to the sisters. It's the Wednesday night law class for Northeast Ohio. All right, I'm Officer Yashapan.
I'm Officer Panyala.
All right, this is the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. If y'all got any questions, make sure y'all type them in the chat. All right, because our job in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is to teach the truth of the Bible. All right. And the truth of the Bible is that Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you are God's chosen people. All right. And the culture of yours is lost on this earth. All right. Your culture is in this Bible, the lost records. Right. And you want to know what's crazy? Our culture is the only culture on the earth that has been completely wiped off the face of the earth. You understand? The rabbis, they got they baby dick biting culture. You understand? The East Indians got they little boys dressing up in skirts. They got their culture. You understand? All these other nations, they have their culture. The Chinese man, he has Buddha and what he worships, but the black man, he's left to go follow behind all these other nations. All right, well, not no more. You understand? That is our mission statement in this school. Since 1969, we've been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true nationality according to the Bible. All right? Their true nationality, their true culture, not something that was fed to them, you understand, by the oppressor. The oppressor's job on this earth is to lie to you. You understand? To keep you in sin. That's why so much sin is pushed up on you today. You have access to thousands and thousands of books, you understand, and information at the palm of your hands. And instead of promoting all the book and knowledge, he pushes on your algorithm sin. He pushes on your algorithm lust. You want to understand why all these brothers, you understand, have lust demons on them? It's because the oppressor put them demons on them, man. You understand? He has made it instant gratification at the palm of your hands. When this thing right here, it has the potential to give you instant information. All right, you think that this wasn't designed on purpose? If you think that, then you are lost. You understand? The oppressor literally designed social media in a way to where it would be addicting. All you got to do is look it up. He ain't trying to hide the information. The nigga that came out with Instagram and all this shit, he said out his own mouth, damn, they hired me to make these niggas addicted. And that's what he did, man. You want to understand why majority of the earth can't go, 10 plus hours without their phone. Majority of the earth all have some semblance of social media. And without their phone, they feel like they are outcasts. You understand? You want to understand why it's like that? It's because your oppressor made it like that. You understand? And that's not the only sin that he pushes on this earth, man. It's multiple ways of sin that he pushes on the earth. He pushes, you understand? He pushes on you to kill yourself. That's what you do when you inhale a cigarette. You inhaling a fire. Would you go and run inside a burning building? No, you wouldn't do that. But you would go light up a blunt and flex about it. I just rolled up this 3-5. Basically, what you're saying is you just ran in a building and sat there until you died. That's what you do when you smoke. You lighten a fire and inhaling it. Niggas don't even think about the dumb shit they do on a daily basis. You lighten a fire to your mouth and you inhaling it. And then you wonder why you have shortness of breath, you dumbass. You understand? You weigh 130 pounds and you have shortness of breath. That is unheard of. But today it is heard of. This is a natural thing for you to have shortness of breath. You understand? Because of all the death and destruction they push on you, man. That's why the school is so important. That's why the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we got zones in all these different states. You understand? We doing God's work, man. We getting brothers off of drugs. You understand? We stopping brothers from killing themselves and killing each other. All right? That is the purpose of this school. You understand? All right, so the topic, what we're going to get into today is the oppressor and how disgusting he is. And you a fool if you decide to follow behind him, man. You are a disgusting person if you decide to not only side with him, but go and make marriages with him. You a nasty nigga, man. And I got a side on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is just me, but when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, in high school, you went and got you a white woman is because you couldn't, the sisters wasn't fucking with you. Straight up. I'ma just keep it a buck with you. Only niggas that went and got them a East Indian or a white woman was a niggas that could not pull a sister. And that's the straight up, honest to God truth, man. And that's really, when you boil it down, that's the way it is, man. And not just in high school, but in the real world. These niggas go and get these East Indians or these white women because they don't have the cojones to strap their nuts on and go get them a actual woman. You understand? A woman, you know what I'm saying, that holds herself to a standard. And when I read off what I'm about to read off, you'll understand why I'm saying that. Because in your mind, in your Christian mind, you thinking that all women is the same. What difference do it make if I get me a white woman or if I go get me a black woman? It's a difference. All right. And don't you ever try and tell me that a black woman holds a candle. I mean, it's like an African woman holds a candle to a black woman. An African woman couldn't tie up a black woman's shoes. You understand? A white woman couldn't be a fucking carpet to a black woman. You understand that? But yet and still, we got these dumbass niggas in the world that will go and leave they wife, leave that sister that's been with them since they was, you know what I'm saying, 18, and go get them a white woman when they get some money, and then side out a bitch when she leave them. What did you expect to happen? Kanye West is the biggest example of that. This nigga made a song. What did he say in that song, Gapon? You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. I was about to say Kanye and Jay-Z, they good examples for that.
Kanye West made a song, said, nigga go leave a black woman for a white girl. And then he did the shit. He did that shit. Fucking idiot. That one, he did it twice. That white woman took all his money, cleared that nigga bank account.
And didn't learn his lesson.
Man, cleared his bank account. You know what I'm saying? And he said, damn, I need to do that again. Then he got a bitch that looked exactly like the bitch, and she did the same thing. Man, y'all niggas is dumb as hell. The Bible, man, understand something, man. Y'all like to downplay the impact of the Bible. The only reason you do that is because you a lustful bastard and you don't want to adhere to what the Bible says. But understand something, man. These records are timeless. You try and say that was for the olden times. Meanwhile, scriptures that was written thousands of years ago play out today. All right. The Bible tells you in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 not to go and make marriages with them, not to do business with them. And in America, all American marriage, all it is a business contract when you really look at it. From the marriage itself to the wills to all those things, it's really a business contract. Who gonna get the assets? Who do the assets belong to? And when you really sit down and boil down to it, they not teaching families to actually stay together with that mindset. Why the hell would you write up a will for a motherfucker you expect to stay with for the rest of your life? You shouldn't need a will.
Why would you sign something away that you want?
God, you understand? But that is American marriage for you, man. That is the difference between the white man's marriage and the marriage according to the Bible. See, marriage in the Bible actually protects our sisters. And it's so crazy because our sisters, new sisters in the school, they look at biblical marriage as something that's a disadvantage when really it's an advantage to you. Because how many niggas you done been with in the world that your breath stunk one day and he said, all right, that's enough. And he left your stupid ass.
Little white bitch.
How many times that happened? And you sit up and try and disrespect the school. The same school that's protecting you, man. Never forget. All right. So let me read this off for you real quick. Actually, Capone, read this if you could.
It say daily showers are purely performative and have no real health benefit, experts say.
Good night. Read that again. What?
Daily showers are purely performative and have no real health benefit, experts say.
Daily showers have no real benefits, experts say. Understand something, man. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, when they come across the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, what is the first defense they try and use? The white man's knowledge. Well, use the white man's knowledge now. Yeah, try and use the white man's knowledge now, because this is what the white man's knowledge is telling you. The white man's knowledge is telling you that you don't gotta wash your balls.
Have dirty sex.
The white man's knowledge is telling you that you could go take a shit and go lay up under your nigga right after. You ain't gotta wash nothing. Excuse my French, but you understand the message I'm conveying right now. That's the white man knowledge that y'all love so much. You understand? You gotta understand something, man. The white man's knowledge is toilet tissue. You understand? It is toilet tissue. Imagine quoting the same people, the same race of people that is known to be known child predators. You understand? That is the nation of people that you are adhering to. You adhering to a nation of people that go out and they when they get some money. What does a black man do when he gets some money? He go buy him some Cartier glasses. He go buy him some gold chains. He go buy him some grills. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He get fresh as shit. What does a white man do when he gets rich? He go buy him a Adam Sandler fit and go find the nearest child to go unclothed. That's what a white man does when he gets some money in his pocket. And you telling me that's who you want to listen to instead of the Bible? Are we serious right now? Capone, y'all, is this a joke?
This is a joke.
It's gotta be a joke, man. This don't make no type of sense. Read that again if you could. Like it.
Said daily showers are purely performative and have no real health benefit.
Daily showers are nearly performative. Good night. All these diseases. Now we could pull up thousands of diseases right now.
They all started from the white man.
Gone. Disease right off the bat, off the top of my head, that damn near wiped they goofy ass off the face of the earth, the Black Plague. How did that spread? Because they didn't want to wash their hands. You understand? They didn't want to shower because they was dirty as hell. That's a whole plague that spread it right there. But your stupid white man is gonna tell you that the showers is what?
They are purely performative and have no real health benefit.
Purely performative. If you don't understand what performative means, that means that it's just for your mindset. You understand? Showers, it just make you feel good. There's no real health benefits to it. That's what they trying to say. They trying to say it's all cognitive and it has no real benefits. Why are they pushing this agenda? because it done came out that they all nasty, stinky as hell.
They said it out their own mouth.
They said it out their own mouth. We could pull out how many white celebrities done came out and say, I don't wash my balls.
With a smile on his face.
That nigga was not joking. This is not information that you had to pry out of them, which means what? This ain't no joke. This is something that they confidently believe.
Been believing.
Why is this something confident for them to say? Because this is white man's culture. You understand? Why do you think they're called cave beasts? You think we just call them cave beasts to be spiteful and mean? No. They live like cave beasts.
Sometimes.
I mean, shit, it's twofold, shit. I mean, shit, you see a stop light. I mean, you see a stop sign. What is it? It's a stop sign. You see a cave beast. What is it? A cave beast. You understand? When you go in the gym and you smell wet dog, what is that smell? It's the Caucasians. You understand? Read that again, Salakia.
Daily showers are purely performative and have no real health benefits.
You understand why in this school that we say you do not listen to the white man, all right? The white man, and Salakia, we gonna pull that next in the scriptures real fast. You cannot listen to you cannot listen to the same nation of people that is actively trying to destroy you about what's right and what's wrong. Because naturally, what are you gonna do when you end up trying to follow them? You're gonna destroy yourself. You understand? Let's get Proverbs 3:31 real fast.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou what?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. You understand why the Bible saying that?
Because they don't want you to follow your damn oppressor. They
Con.
don't want you to pick up none of them filthy traits of not washing your ass.
Con. Capon, y'all hit the point right on the nail. You understand? Envying your oppressor, naturally, what are you going to do when you envy somebody? You're going to try and be like them. All right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we got our own swag about ourselves, man. A black man and a Caucasian man could walk in the same establishment, but who going to stick out in that establishment? The black man. The black man going to be dressed better. He going to have a certain swagger about him. He going to smell better. You understand? You cannot hide us. You understand? We stick out like a sore thumb. So us hiding and trying to be like the oppressor, that is hiding. That is dimming our light. You understand?
Slotty, I don't know if you finna pull it, but the scriptures say we are the salt of the earth.
Come on, we could get that next. The water. You understand? But us following behind the oppressor is us dimming our light. All right? That is what you do when you say, I don't want to put a garment on. I want to wear a suit and tie instead. Like my nigga Billy. Fuck Billy. You understand? You need to be like Gapan Yala. You need to be like Capador. That's who you need to strive to be. You understand? A brother and sister in this school. Read that again.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. Don't envy the oppressor, man. And it's hard to do that. You understand? If you a nigga in the world, you look at the oppression the way he living, he like, damn, this nigga Epstein lived a good life. That nigga Epstein was rich as hell. He had all the bad bitches flying out. But I'm saying bad bitches. Them bitches
was not bad. It was little ass kids.
It was little kids, but this is how niggas in the world think. He looking at how the way the oppressor move, and he like, damn, that nigga Epstein was living, man. He hung out with Michael Jackson. He was fucking hoes. He was doing all that, man. Fuck the oppressor. You understand? Everything that you see in the world today, this is all his kingdom, man. And he living it up because he know he got a certain time period to live it up. Once Christ cracked that sky, it's a wrap for all that shit, man. Salakia. And the kingdom that follows that is our kingdom. And it's never going to end. Why would you want to try and live it up behind your oppressor when you can have a never-ending kingdom? All you got to do is do the work of the Lord now. You understand? All you got to do is push this truth now. And it ain't too hard to do so, man. What's the alternative? You try and live like your oppressor and do what? Get locked up like him? Epstein got locked up. He got his booty hole played with. I know you don't want that.
He wanted that.
Damn. Nah, I don't think he wanted that, man. Not the way them niggas in prison was doing him. Them niggas in prison, once they find out you was playing with girls, man, it's a wrap. They get brutal in there. I don't think they wanted that. Go ahead.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
And choose some of his ways.
And choose none of his ways.
Choose one of his ways.
And choose none of his ways.
The Bible say choose none of his ways, man. Everything that you see being pushed on the earth today, that is all of the oppressor. You understand? The oppressor tries to make it seem like you the one that's doing all the gang banging and robbing and shit, when really that's his culture. How you think he got America? By gang banging and robbing. That's what them Europeans was doing. They try to make it seem like Christopher Columbus was some hero. And to an extent, he was a hero to the white man. When all you know is to rob and steal and kill, you look at one of the main niggas to do it, and he would be a hero to you. But in all actuality, Christopher Columbus was nothing but a thief and a piece of garbage. A burglar. Con. You understand? And it's so sad when I'm thinking about it just now. Everybody that they push on you is all criminals. You understand?
You like home.
Con. They push criminals on you. Niggas with no morals on you. And they try and exhort them to be of some high stature. So it's expected for you to want to live the same lifestyle that they lived, man. When I really think about it, the oppressor is such a conniving piece of garbage. He pushed King Von on you, and now, because of King Von, now you got all these niggas walking around in shiesties, thinking they tough, thinking they about to rob somebody. You understand? These are niggas with good parents walking around with shiesties.
Niggas that live in the suburbs.
But because the oppressor done told you that it's cool to go rob and shoot somebody, now your stupid ass want to go out and try and do that. And it's such a sad world we live in, man. That's why this truth is so needed, man. If you have a son or a daughter and he is young and impressionable, he needs to be in this school before it's too late. Before you know it, you're going to look up and that nigga is going to be in jail getting his booty hole played with. Because you didn't do what you needed to do. You said F the ISUBK because they allow multiple wives. And now because you said that, your son is in jail getting his booty hole played with. All right? So you got a lot to think about. Go ahead.
You want me to restart that scripture?
Yeah, if you could. Like,
envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. All right? Do not envy your oppressor. Do not envy the position that your oppressor is in. Your oppressor runs America. That is because the Lord is simply allowing him to do so. All right. Once we come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments, the Most High is going to wipe all of this away. And you see he's already starting to do it right now. All right. You see the symbols of war. You see the stock market falling. You see the dollar falling. You see all these things happening that was prophesied. Guess where? In the Bible. The same Bible that you try and discredit. You understand? How can you discredit the Bible when the prophecies that's in the Bible is coming into fruition right now as we speak? You understand? So you got a lot to think about on that. Let's keep going.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. You want me to go 32?
Yeah, con.
Verse 32. For the froward is abomination to the Lord.
For the froward is what?
Abomination to the Lord.
For the froward is abomination to the Lord. You understand? You choose the oppressor's way of life, you are committing an act that the Most High hates. That is what an abomination is. It's an act that the Most High hates. You understand? An act that the Most High will damn near put you to death over. You understand? You playing with your life whenever you do that. You understand? Keep going.
But his secret is with the righteous.
But his secret is with who?
His secret is with the righteous.
With the righteous, man. Not with the people that say he got a person. It's like that they got a personal relationship with.
Truth, nigga.
Con. Understand something, man. You cannot just declare yourself to have a relationship with the Most High. You did that with anybody else, they would call you crazy. I just want you to know that.
They would say you're off drugs.
They would say you off drugs if you did that, man. You just walked around and declared yourself to be such and such girlfriend. That nigga would look at you like, is this bitch cool? I ain't had one conversation with this hoe. It's not my bitch. That's how they would look at you. But because it's the Most High, because he not down here to tell you about yourself, you just expect that to be okay. You just expect that to be something that's normal. That's not normal, man. You cannot just declare yourself to be his girlfriend. You understand? That's not how that works. Read that again.
For the froward is abomination to the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous.
And his secret is with the righteous, man. Understand something, man. You have to be righteous for you to say that you a man of God, a woman of God. He don't want you to just declare yourself when everybody is looking. All right? What do you call somebody that does that?
Homie hopper.
A homie hopper. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. What I was really looking for is an attention seeker. That's what it really boils down to. You an attention seeker when you do that. You understand? You walk in a room and you say, "Yeah, I just left church. I just left church, y'all." And then when everybody else gone, you in the back room sucking.
Don't finish that sentence. Don't finish that sentence.
All right, I ain't gonna finish that sentence. You get the point.
This nigga need a scissor, man.
All right, Slakia. You got more on that? All right, let's go. Let's go to that other one. Hosea 4:6.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack. My people.
Who?
My people.
Everybody.
My people.
All people.
My people.
The earth.
My people.
The Chinese.
My people.
The white man.
My people.
The East Indians.
My people.
My people. All right. The Bible says my people, not everybody. It's making a distinction. All right. I know y'all know what a possessive pronoun is. All right. That's what this is right here. He's making a clear distinction. You understand that? The Christian church will read right past that. Good thing this is not the Christian church. Good thing we actually know how to break scriptures down. Good thing we actually know. The good thing we actually have comprehension skills up in here. That's the problem, man. You go and learn some shit from niggas that don't know shit. How the hell is the teacher asking you, what do you think this means? Bitch, you supposed to tell me what it means. What are we doing? That's what's going on in the Christian church, man. All right? He don't know the breakdowns of these scriptures. He don't know the truth of the Bible. You cannot go to somebody that does not have the truth for the truth. All right? It's the blind leading the blind. All right, read that again.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
My people are destroyed. Now, everybody on the earth, even if you wanted to play that game of, oh my God, this is talking about everybody. What are you talking about? Even if you wanted to play that role, everybody is not destroyed. Everybody is not getting shot down like dogs in the street by the police. Everybody is not living off of, you know what I'm saying, in the trenches.
Everybody isn't getting burned for having sex with men.
Con. Everybody ain't going through that. There's only one nation of people that actually have to live out, you know what I'm saying, they burdens when they go up against the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. And you looking at that people right here. There's only one nation of people that went through slavery in America. The biggest. And that's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. God's chosen people. Understand something, man. The Bible made it very clear in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, of who God's people is, man. You read that chapter and you still trying to play that role of it. It's talking about everybody. You are slow. You truly are slow, man. You have zero comprehension skills, and it's okay. I ain't pay attention much in school either, man. It's okay. You ain't got no comprehension skills. We're gonna help you out though. You understand that is not talking about everybody. Everybody did not go through slavery in America. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, clearly describes the hardships of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in America. It clearly describes to you us getting sold in the transatlantic slave trade. Nah, it was only no. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stay with us. Was everybody traded in the transatlantic slave trade? If everybody was traded in that trade, who was doing the trading? Hey, come on, man. Use your fucking brain. All right? I understand you got a white bitch at the crib and you feel some type of way. We don't care. You was a dumb nigga that didn't know that you wasn't supposed to sleep with white women. Well, you gotta stay with her. All right, look, Chris. You gotta stay with that white bitch. You understand? You gotta stay with that white dog. You understand that? That's the decision you made. You gotta carry out that decision. That don't stop this truth from being the truth. You can't. These niggas, they read something in the Bible, and because it goes against their lifestyle, they try and make the Bible fit their lifestyle. No, that's not how that works. You cannot make the Bible fit your lifestyle. You have to make your lifestyle fit to the Bible. That's how that works. A lot of y'all don't realize that. That's why people have a hard time grasping the fact that dreads is unlawful. No matter how many scriptures you try and pull out of context, dreads will never be lawful. All right? When you see in the Bible, it talks about braided locks. Nigga, it's talking about braids. Otherwise, it wouldn't say braided lock. Come on, man. I mean, some of this shit is just common sense, man. But y'all too wrapped up in y'all lust. That's the problem. And another thing, y'all look at lust as just sexual deviancy when lust is lust is deviancy, period. All right. You could call a fat person lustful. You understand? You could call a person that overindulges himself in any activity that is lustful. You understand? That is lustful. And majority of the earth is at victim to being lustful. You understand? All right, Salakia. Where was we at? We in the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right. Now it says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That lack of knowledge is talking about information that you do not have. You understand? Now, what information could this be referring to? Because when you look it up, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the majority of the people. By majority, I mean the wide number of people that's graduating with degrees. So it can't be the white man's knowledge. When you look at the sporting world, majority of it's ran by blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So it can't be the combat world or the physical world. You understand? So we have knowledge, but what knowledge is it talking about? It's talking about this knowledge right here, the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. More specifically, the culture of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. All right, that's what it's really talking about. It's talking about our culture. you really boil it down, it makes sense because you look at the number one consumers on the earth is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We putting our dollars in all these other nations' pockets. And that right there is our downfall. You understand? Instead of lifting up our own brothers and sisters, what do? We go and lift up these other nations. That's how these East Indians was able to come over here and come up so fast, man. Because instead of putting our money into our own communities, we putting our money into their communities, and they're not taking our money and putting it back into our community. Why would they do that? They don't care about us. They taking our money and they're taking it back to their people. So what is that doing over time? Tearing down our community. All right. And when you go out to these different businesses or these different nations, you don't look at that as a, oh damn, man, I'm really spending this money with these other people when I could be spending it with my brothers. You're not looking at it like that. You looking at it as, oh man, they finna take my money. Ain't no big deal. When it is a big deal. Because every dollar you spend with these other nations is money that's going into their community. And do you think they taking that money and going to find a black establishment to put it back in our pocket? No, they're not doing that. They're taking that money and giving it right back to their people, which is tearing down our communities. When the Bible talks about my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, that is the knowledge it is talking about, man. The knowledge of understanding who our brothers and sisters are on this earth, who our allies and enemies are on this earth. That is the knowledge it's referring to. It's referring to the laws, statutes, and commandments on this earth. That's what it's referring to. You understand? Without the laws, statutes, and commandments, we are a lost nation. And it is clear to see that. It is clear to see that. We are a destroyed nation, and it is clear to see that. It's not hard for you to, you know what I'm saying, put that together. It's not hard for you to put that together at all. It's evident. All right. It is that is the evident thing right there. Let's keep going. It says, because thou has rejected knowledge. Because you rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. So because you rejected knowledge, now the Most High has rejected us. You want to understand why we fill up the penitentiaries, why we lead America in the incarceration rate? You really think blacks, Hispanics are committing the most crime? No, we not. Just understand, again, I had to explain it like this to a lot of people because a lot of people, they have this notion that the white man is just the nicest, you know, the smiliest nation of people that they have ever come across, man. Understand something. I had to remind you this. Well, I have to remind people of this all the time. So like it. The oppressor, how did he get America? He stole it. How did he get any resemblance of power? He stole it. You understand? He didn't work into these positions. He didn't talent his way into these positions. He has no talent. His greatest talent is being the biggest thief on this earth. That is his greatest talent. That's what he's good at. He's good. He's great. No, let me rephrase that. He's great at killing people. He's great at stealing. That is what he's great at. But for you to try and paint this narrative as if he's just this upstanding citizen and this role model on the earth, that is further than the truth. And the sad thing about that is he should be like that. He should be an upstanding citizen. He should be a role model on the earth, considering he's in his heaven, considering he has the keys to the kingdom right now in America, considering that he has the complexion for oppression, considering he has all those things going for him. He should be a nation of people that you would be able to say, oh yeah, man, I want to live like him. You know, he's a great role model. But he's not like that. Even in this position he's in right now today, even in his rulership position that he's in right now on the earth, he's still not like that. He still is out here causing mayhem, shooting up schools. You look up the school shooting numbers and look at all the school shootings. They've all been done by white people. You look at the list of serial killers, and all the serial killers were all white people. I mean, this ain't even me trying to be funny no more. This ain't me cracking no joke or nothing. He is the greatest killer on the face of the earth. That is his greatest talent, being a mass murderer. You want to understand what the white man is good at? He ain't good at no basketball, no soccer, no things that require actual talent. The thing he is good at is robbing, murdering, raping, and stealing. All right. That is what he's good at. He is the greatest robber I have ever seen. He is the greatest drug dealer I have ever seen. He is the greatest murderer that I have ever seen. You understand? That is his superpower on this earth. Let's read. Let's go back in scripture. Where was we? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. All right. So because we turned our back on the Most High, because we chose to follow this gangbanger known as the Caucasian man in America, because we chose to follow him instead, he said, now you will be under him. You understand? Because you want to be like him so bad, you gonna actually be like him, and you gonna serve under him. You understand? Because we chose him, it's like because we chose the white man over the Most High, now we gonna have to serve under the white man instead of the Most High. All right, and that is where we at right now in America. You understand? And it is important for you to realize that if you are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, America is not some place for you to kick your feet up and relax. You understand? This right here is our punishment. A lot of people forget that. A lot of people get too comfortable. A lot of people, they that's why I said at the top of the class, man, that social media is a tool of destruction. They look at the lifestyle of some of these influencers. Don't you forget. I mean, don't you think for a second that these influencers are not paid by your oppressor to push a certain lifestyle on you so you could go on social media, see the way they living, and get depressed when you see the way that they're living. All right? That is what's going on, man. It has gotten to a point where your oppressor, he don't have to destroy you physically no more. If he do it physically, he just wants to do it. You understand? That's his spirit coming out. You know how a nigga with talent, his spirit come out and he go make a song. He go play basketball. He go do something of talent. When your oppressor's spirit come out, he goes and kills a black man. All right? That's what your oppressor does. Your oppressor feels a jubilance of energy. He goes and kills a black man. That's what he does. All right. But yes, your oppressor don't have to kill us no more. He don't have to physically whip us. He does it mentally. You understand? He does it strategically now. He uses these influencers to do it. He uses brothers like Kai Cenat and all these other streamers and rappers to push these certain lifestyles on you so you want to live the lifestyle that they live. The instant gratification lifestyle. You understand? All right, so let's get back to that article we was reading earlier. So it says daily showers are purely performative and have no real health benefit, experts say. All right. This is why we say in this school that you cannot serve under your oppressor. You cannot look at your oppressor as uh, as a as a tool for information. You understand? You cannot look at your oppressor and say this is how I should be moving because it changes like the wind. You understand? Your oppressor, his way of life is purely based off of how he feels, what he feels like doing. You understand? Now let's get back to this article. It says experts argue that the daily shower, despite being a deeply ingrained habit, offers no significant health benefits, labeling a social ritual designed more to avoid accusations of bad hygiene than to boost well-being. All right, that's what the Caucasian man says, man. Of course, you would come out and say this after all these white celebrities done came out and said that they don't wash their ass, that they don't wash they behind, that they barely take showers. They take showers once a month. Of course, they would come out with an article like this once all these celebrities come out and tell their truth, man. Of course, they would say that. You know, this has no actual, you know what I'm saying, scientific backing behind it. Because a simple Google search could tell you that this is cap. A simple Google search would tell you that this right here is not the truth. You understand? So while you pushing this agenda, what does the research actually say? We're gonna finish this article and then we're gonna show you what the research actually says. So let's keep going. It says research shows that overwashing can strip the skin of natural oils, potentially leading to dryness and irritation. Overwashing is not a shower a day, brother. All right. Let me tell you something. The Bible wouldn't tell you to take a shower every day if that was overwashing. You understand? It wouldn't tell you to do that if that was overwashing. All right, so now I got this other article. Now the truth begins to come out. What does this one say? It says humans shed about 600,000 skin cells per day. God damn. Per day. 600,000 skin cells per day. That's how much humans shed. And you telling me that you're not supposed to wash that off? Ew. Y'all is nasty, man. Y'all are disgusting. Y'all are absolutely disgusting. It says humans shed about 600,000 skin cells per day. This is just in one day. You shed about 600,000 skin cells. And you telling me that you're not supposed to wash that off? You're just supposed to let that engrave inside your skin. Sit on top of your skin. Because that's healthier, right? That sounds way more healthier than washing the dead skin cell off. Let's use our common sense here, man. Something that the white man clearly does not have. He don't have common sense. You don't have that. I don't know why the term common sense even exists because majority of people don't have this. You understand? Since that would be common, I don't have it. Y'all don't have it. Clearly, if you could come out with an article like the one we just read, where it says it is not a, it is not a, what is it? Not a health benefit to shower every day. It's purely performative. You would come out with an article like that. Clearly, common sense is not common to you, man. Practical knowledge is not practical to you at all. Because practical knowledge will tell you if you shed 600,000 skin cells, you should probably wash that off. I mean, don't you think? Common sense will tell you you start to feel sticky. That ain't a good sign, man. Nigga, after one day at work, After one shift, let alone a full day, after one shift of work, your skin starts to feel sticky because you done sweated all day. Because you done wore them clothes all day. Because you got all that dried up skin up on you all day. You trying to tell me that you not supposed to wash that off? What are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? Let me change this title real quick. It's lucky, y'all. Bear with me real fast. I'm just about to change this title. Give me 10 seconds. All right, Slocky on that. Now let's read that again. Slocky. It says approximately humans shed about 600,000 skin cells per day. Good night. That's your oppressor science right there. About 30 seconds ago, about 2 minutes ago, your oppressor science was saying that taking a shower every day is purely performative and it has no real health benefits. Now, why is he saying that, man? Let's show you why he's saying that. I'm about to show you why he came out and said that. All right. All right. So this is why they came out and said what they said, man. Because all the prominent oppressors that you look up to, all the prominent oppressors that you feel, you know what I'm saying, are somebody of some sense of a role model. And to the sisters, these are celebrities that you may or may not have had a crush on back in the day. You know what I'm saying? These celebrities have all came out and said that they do not wash their ass. They don't shower. So yeah, of course they will come out with an article to cover up all these prominent quote unquote role models, you know what I'm saying? Asses. Pun intended. Pun definitely intended. All right. Let's read this real fast. I looked up all the celebrities that said they don't shower every day. Simple Google search. Let's see what popped up. Several celebrities have publicly admitted to not showering or bathing daily, often citing natural skin oils, environmental, or for their children, a wait and see approach to dirt. What? Wait and see approach to dirt. You don't know what that means. That means until I see that I'm dirty, I ain't gonna clean it. God damn. If that's the case, I was just trolling earlier when I said they don't clean their ass. They actually don't clean their ass. What are we talking about here, man? Wait and see means if I don't see it, I'm not cleaning it. you not you not gonna see when your ass is dirty. So that means you never gonna clean your ass. And these are the same people that you want to go behind and follow, man. These are the same people that you want to follow. You're not gonna see when your balls are dirty. You just gotta clean it. You're not gonna see when it's dirty. That just means you never clean your balls. You never clean your ass. You never clean up under your arms. Cause I know you're not lifting up your arms and seeing. So that means you're not cleaning up under your arms. These niggas is musty as hell. And it's so crazy because I put up a video the other day. Why is it every time I go in the gym, it smell like straight wet dog and must up in that bitch? This is why. This is why. Because they don't clean their ass. They don't wash nothing, apparently. You know they're not cleaning their legs, their arms. Wait and see dirt approach. The trend heavily discussed in 2021 involving stars like Ashton Kutcher. And that's so crazy, man, because that's when this article came out. Early 2022. That's when this article came out. That's exactly when this article came out. Let's keep going, man. It's lucky. It says the trend heavily discussed in 2021 involving stars like Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, Jake Gyllenhaal, Christian Bale, and others. Here are the celebrities who have mentioned not showering or bathing every day. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis initiated the 2021 debate by revealing they don't wash their bodies with soap daily, only pits and crotch, and only wash their children when you can see the dirt on them. So not only are they dirty, but they're teaching their kids how to be dirty too. And it's so crazy because you could look on TikTok right now today in the Big 26 and look up all the stories where it says this bitch didn't know how to wash up till she hung around a sister. By a sister, I mean a black woman. Why is that? Because they not getting taught how to wash up. These niggas are cave beasts. Again, y'all think we just being mean-spirited and just saying this out of the cruelness of our mouths. No, they are genuinely cave beasts. They live like animals. They live like we are still in the Stone Ages, in the Big 26. It is crazy, man. Not only are they dirty, they teaching their kids how to be dirty as well, right along with them. That is absolutely insane. It says, let's read that again. It's like it says, initiated the 2021 debate by revealing they don't wash their bodies with soap daily, only pits and crotch, and only wash their children when you can see the dirt on them. God damn. When the hell is that gonna be? So that means they kids haven't showered in weeks. They kids haven't washed up in weeks. Unless they go play in some mud, they just dirty as hell all the time. That is absolutely crazy. Jake Gyllenhaal stated he finds bathing to be less necessary over time, believing the body naturally cleans itself. What the hell? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? If you was a female, the only way that your body naturally cleans itself is your vagina. And even still, sisters still take a shower. This is just ignorance piled up on top of itself, man. Good night. Stated he finds bathing to be less necessary over time, believing the body naturally cleans itself. God damn. Niggas like you is water black plague damn near wiped y'all off the face of the earth. Niggas like you. Y'all are the same niggas that almost killed us, wiped us off the face of the earth with your nasty, disgusting STDs. Because y'all don't wash your ass. Y'all dirty as hell. And it's so crazy, man. When we tell y'all that these are the same spirits reincarnated on the earth, y'all look at us like we are crazy and we don't know what we talking about. When these are the same niggas from back then that spreaded the black plague, that spreaded them STDs. You understand? These are the same niggas. Them same Europeans. Them same Europeans. You understand? Same people. Just different time zone. Different timeline. Same spirit. You understand? It is absolutely crazy. Let's keep going. Christian Bale and Dax Shepard admitted to waiting for their children to smell before giving them a bath. God damn. Brad Pitt reveals he uses baby wipes to freshen up on set to save time. On set, I can understand that. I can understand that a little more. If you shower when you get to the crib. Because obviously you can't shower on set unless there's showers on set. Cameron Diaz admitted she does not use deodorant and has a low maintenance hygiene style. And these are the same bitches that y'all leave for the sisters. That is absolutely crazy. This is why I say if you go and leave a sister for a white woman, you have something wrong with you, man. You have some sort of mental illness, mental trauma that you did not seek out when you were younger. And the officer above me in Washington, Zaga Ma, said, if you find yourself being infatuated with white women, it's because you've watched too much porn. You understand? Because if you have, you know what I'm saying, if you have been around them for a second, you would understand that they don't hold a candlestick to black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women. You understand? They don't hold a candle to our women. Matthew McConaughey said he has not worn deodorant or cologne in decades. You stanky butt nigga. God damn. Said he has not worn deodorant and cologne in decades. Cologne is not mandatory, but deodorant is mandatory, nigga. Understand something. You ain't in the room with yourself, motherfucker. We gotta smell that shit too. They so braggadocious and arrogant with their stench. Why are they promoting this? Because this is the way they live, man. This is a natural thing for them. You would think if information like this came out, the whole internet would be tearing their ass up right now in an uproar. What the hell is they talking about? What? What do you mean you don't shower? What? But you don't hear not a peep on the internet because this is how they live, man. How many times do we have to tell you this? How many times do we have to refer to them as cave beasts for you to understand that they are cave beasts? You understand? I promise you, if I make a video about dreadlocks, the whole internet is going to tear my video up. What do you mean you don't like dreads? What, nigga? What? But let a white man make a video about not washing his ass, and no white man is going to say nothing about that. Why? Because that is something that is accepted in their culture. You understand? That's the comparison I'm making. Just like black people have ignorantly accepted dreads in our culture, white people has accepted being ignorant in their culture. That's why a white famous man could come out and say he don't wash his ass and nobody says nothing. Now, if I backtracked and I made a video saying I love dreads, you're not gonna hear people, are you? You're not gonna hear nothing because that's a normal thing for black people. You understand? That is something that is accepted in black culture. Ignorantly, of course. You do the research, it's not our culture. But I'm just making that point so you will understand why you don't hear nobody talking about this. All right, let's keep going. This is information that y'all online probably have never heard of before. I know a lot of people, y'all tuning in later, y'all look at the title and be like, What? What do you mean by that?" Yes, they don't have hygienic skills. You understand? They don't have hygiene, good hygiene. Just like when I was looking it up earlier about the white white girls, you know what I'm saying? It's like getting taught how to bathe by their home. I mean, it's like by sisters. Just like how I brought that out earlier. Also, when you do the research on these interracial couples, these sisters are also teaching their men how to take baths, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? A brother get with a white woman, find out that bitch don't know how to wash up, and had to end up teaching her how to wash up. You understand? This is a common thing. And it's getting to a point where you should understand why it's common at this point, because it is engraved in their culture not to wash up. You understand? That is a culturistic thing right there. I don't know if that's a word. I just made that up, but fuck it. You know what I was. You know what I meant. All right. All right. So like it. Let's keep going on this list. Robert Pattinson once admitted to not seeing a point in washing his hair frequently. And you understand, Salakia. Robert Pattinson once admitted to not seeing a point in washing his hair frequently. The point is y'all niggas all have lights in your head. Every time you wash your hair, I mean, it's like every time you scratch your hair, it look like it just snowed in the building. That's the point of you washing your hair, nigga. That is the point. What is it to understand about that, man? Charlie Charlize Theron confessed she can go a week without showering. That is not a flex, bitch. You're nasty. That is, listen, man. If I was white, this is not. This is information. This is information that Batman himself couldn't beat up out of me, man. And you understand, that nigga Batman is crazy, man. He once dropped the nigga off a building, let him land toe first, all cause I don't even remember his reasoning, cause he was trying to get information out of him. Yeah, he would have had to do that to me to get this type of information out of me, bro. Cause what are we talking about here, man? The fact that they dating life didn't drop after dropping this information is astonishing to me, honestly. That is absolutely insane. Jessica Simpson has mentioned not washing her hair daily. Notice every name I done read so far is all white people. You ain't read one, not one brother, not one sister on this list. You understand? That is because even though we are in America, you know what I'm saying? Even though we have lost our culture, we still have a resemblance of our culture. The hygiene never left us. You understand? The hygiene has never left us. Uh, what they're trying to push the 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 sodomite lifestyle more and more on our people, because that was also a thing that we would not fall under into for quite a while. But now you seeing more and more because it's promoted more and more on the television and with social media. You starting to see it plague our communities a little more, along with that pedophilia BS. You understand? But for a while, all those things were things that you ain't really see a brother or sister falling victim to. Let's keep going. It says Taylor Swift has mentioned not washing her hair every day. Zac Efron prefers to use baby wipes after working out rather than showering. Damn. After working out is crazy work, man. You know all the sweat you lose after you work out. You know how sweaty you be after you work out. You just gonna get straight in the bed. You nasty as hell, man. The same gym clothes, probably. Your nasty ass. Johnny Depp has hinted at infrequent bathing, so he wasn't as bold as the rest of these niggas. These rest of these niggas just said it straight up. Nigga, I don't wash up. Johnny Depp, he just hinted at it. Julia Roberts admitted she does not wash her hair often to avoid stripping natural oils. Only way you do that is if you wash your hair every goddamn day. That's how you strip it of the natural oils. You don't wash your hair at all. So that is not an excuse. You trying to get that lice, man. You don't want to strip your hair of that lice. That's really what it is. Just be straight up with us, bro. Don't try and lie to us. Nigga, we got the hair. We understand how hair works. We didn't say wash your hair every goddamn day. We said wash your hair. So when you scratch it, it don't look like it snowed in the building. While some like Ashton Kutcher later clarified in 2026 that they do shower after gym sessions, the initial admission sparked a widespread, often surprised reaction from both the public and fellow celebrities such as Cardi B, who expressed confusion over the trend. Good night. That bitch Cardi B. She may be a slut, but she is not dirty. She said, "What the hell y'all got going on? Fuck you mean y'all don't wash up every day?" She expressed confusion. You understand? That right there is a disgusting thing, man. It's like it. All right, so that's the science behind it right there. We showed you. All right. So now we showed you the science of the Bible. It's like we showed you the science. You know what I'm saying? Behind we were just talking about the hygiene. Now let's show you in the scriptures the laws when it comes to hygiene and things of that nature. All right. So this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verse 1. It says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When any man have a running issue out of his flesh, because of his issue, he is unclean." So you got a running issue, you bleeding of any resemblance, you draw blood, you are unclean. You understand? And this shall be his uncleanness in his issue, whether his flesh run with his issue or his flesh be stopped from his issue, it is his uncleanliness. All right. Every bed wherein he lieth that have the issue is unclean, and everything whereof he sitteth shall be unclean. I understand something, man. These laws right here is protect us from diseases. All right. Y'all like, it's like your oppressor trying to make it seem like bathing is a choice. Bathing is something that is a waste of time. He tries to make it seem like it's something to that. Meanwhile, he's spreading all these filthy diseases. You understand? And these laws right here protect us from these diseases. All right. The quarantine laws come from the Bible. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. But that's where the quarantine laws come from. I mean, yeah, that's where quarantine comes from. It comes from the Bible. All right. And this right here, what we're reading right here is when you unclean, it's not a sin to be unclean. Let me put it like that. Unclean just means you are unclean. You need to shower. You understand? And until you are in a situation where you able to shower, let's say you get unclean at the job or something. Obviously, you can't shower at work. So until you shower, everything that you touch is unclean. So it has to be washed behind you. You understand? Now, again, all of this was to protect us from diseases. All right. Some of y'all may read this and be like, why I gotta clean that? I ain't got it's to protect you, all right? That's what the sooner you realize that the laws is here to protect us and not to uh diminish us, that's when you'll be able to understand the Bible a lot more than what you do. All right. A lot of brothers, and it's not your fault by the way, but a lot of brothers and sisters, they look at rules in general as control, as somebody trying to control you. In all actuality, these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, they're here to protect you from diseases, from getting, you know what I'm saying, STDs, from all those things. You understand that? So let's keep going. This is the end of verse 3. It says, or his flesh be stopped from his issue, it is his uncleanliness. Verse 4, every bed whereon he lieth that have the issue is unclean, and everything whereon he sitteth shall be unclean. So, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere you sit, everything you touch is unclean. You know what I'm saying? Verse 5, and whosoever toucheth his bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and shall be unclean until the evening. So if you touch anything that he touched, you unclean and you got to shower. You unclean until sundown. All right. That unclean till sundown is just a time period for you, you know what I'm saying, to shower, get yourself together. All right. Things of that nature. That's just a time period. All right. Let's keep going. It's like verse 6. It's like it. And he that sitteth on anything whereon he sat that have the issue shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean unto the even. And he that touches the flesh of him that have the issue shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening. All right. Understand something, man. We have laws in this Bible that make us the way we are, that make us have the best hygiene on this damn earth, man. All right. It has been engraved in us. So that article, it was right about one thing, man. It is tradition. It is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians tradition to be the best smelling, cleanliest niggas on the planet. You understand that? That is our tradition. All right. We take great pride in that tradition. All right. Don't try and make nobody dim your light. Again, I'll say that again. Don't let these oppressors try and dim your light. They called the Native Indians tree niggas because they were smarter than all the other, you know what I'm saying, Europeans. These other nations fucking have a war and get and meet up, set up a date where they can meet up on a field and shoot at each other like fucking idiots. The Native Indians was some straight up G's. They hid up in the trees and shot their ass with arrows. You understand? Because they were smarter than them, they try to use that as a you know what I'm saying, insult. Right? So they made up the term tree niggas. All right. Your oppressor has always done this to you, man. He has always tried to dim your light. And it's time for you to say fuck that and don't let the oppressor dim your light no more, man. Fuck what the oppressor wearing, man. I ain't wearing no bitch ass suit and tie. I'm about to put on a garment, man. You understand? That's how it's gotta be. Real spill. You understand that? Let's keep going. verse 15. And the priest shall offer them, the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord for his issue. All right, so that's the hygienic laws in the Bible. It's like it. The whole Leviticus 15 chapter tells you all the hygienic laws. You understand how you supposed to clean yourself. You understand? Do not try and go searching after this information from your oppressor, man, because he is not gonna tell you how to bathe. A nigga that don't bathe cannot teach you how to bathe, man. All right, that's backwards as hell. This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who is the earth given to today? It's given to your oppressor. All right, so guess what your oppressor is, man? Your oppressor is wicked. He's wicked as hell. He ain't trying to hide his wickedness either, man. He is wicked as hell. You understand? From the sexual deviancy to the plagues he has caused and pushed, not only on us but on himself. You understand? From the death he's pushing, not only on us, but you starting to see he pushing it on himself too. Now he's shooting himself in the street. God damn. It gets to a point where how much blood needs to be shed, man. There's a scripture where it says even the wicked will rejoice once the righteous get the throne. I'm paraphrasing that, man. What is that saying? When we get the kingdom back, when Christ cracked the sky, when the earth is given to us, the people will rejoice, man, because even though they ain't gonna have rulership no more, it's gonna be better than what the hell is going on today, man. Because what the hell is going on today, man? How are you in rulership and your people is still at the bottom? You understand? That's how you know that he don't know what the hell he doing, man. Let's keep going. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. He covered the face of the judges thereof. Who is the judges? The judges is us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. That's the judges. You know that because he is steady trying to dim our light. He is steady shadow banning us. He is steady trying to, you know what I'm saying, stop this truth from coming out. He is steady on that all the time. He always on that with us, man. Why he ain't on that with the Christian church? Why the Christian church getting millions of views on YouTube? Meanwhile, we stuck at 5 views on our channels. Then when we finally get 10,000 views, our page get deactivated. Why is that happening, man? You think it's just because we don't know how to run a YouTube channel, man? No. It's because he's stopping this truth from coming out, man. That's why it's happening. He's covering up the faces of the judges because while you think Jay-Z and all these rich niggas is the biggest threat to the oppressor, the biggest threat to the oppressor coming from the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the biggest threat to him is us. All right. Is the people that's waking them up. That's the biggest threat to them. And he understands that. That's why he hides and restricts our channels and does all he can to cover us. You know what I'm saying? Stop this truth from getting pushed out. You understand? Commander General Yohana should be a goddamn celebrity by now. But because he covers up the faces of the judges, the world don't know about Commander General Yohana. But mark my words, the world is going to know about him very soon. You understand? He is going to know about him very, very soon, man. It's only a matter of time. It's only so much covering you could do. You got hardcore soldiers in all these different zones throughout the world. You think you could cover all of us up, man? it's only a matter of time before this shit really hit the fan. And it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be too much for him to cover. You understand? You are already starting to see that right now. Look at Cap Tazariak on No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? On all these major platforms. It's getting to a point where he damn near can't cover us no more, man. This shit is starting to become mainstream. And pretty soon, like I said, it's going to be too much for him to cover. You understand? Thereof, if not where and who is he? You understand? Who is he? If it's not here, if it's not him, who else would it be? You understand? The oppressor is the biggest piece of garbage on this earth, man. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you need to realize that now before it's too late. For you end up destroyed right along next to him. All right. With that, we're gonna close all right there. This is the Wednesday night law class for Northeast Ohio. If y'all got any questions, make sure y'all tune into the Tuesday night scripture breakdown class with Captain at 10,000 Adariella. All right. Shalom.